recently, which was what should you do when you're feeling under the weather, and how do I feel about taking time off or modulating training to deal with that. So, the thing about illness and pain is it's in your body and not mine, so it's kind of hard to say. So you're going to be the best judge of how you feel. But on a personal note, when I felt under the weather, got a bit of a cold, sore throat, general sort of cold symptoms, I go to the gym. There's been plenty of times where I've been struggling to breathe throughout sets because I've got a blocked nose, but carrying tissues around and producing a lot of phlegm and snot and all that horrible stuff associated with being under the weather. But I've still been getting work. I'm not really a big fan of just having days off when you just feel like a bit under the weather. That's just my personal preference, and that's how I deal with being ill. Is I just I go for it, just carry on as normal, and just I'm a bit ill, caught something, it's not ideal, but I just carry on. I've got stuff to do. However, there's obviously a scale with feeling under the weather, and that's just kind of a light cold, whatever you want to call it. When you're feeling really super fatigued and your limbs ache and you get hot and cold and you've got more flu-like symptoms, then I would suggest not training. If you've got diarrhea or you're throwing up, wouldn't train. Definitely not. So you're going to have to kind of think about it. How do you really feel? How bad is it? And if you are throwing up and you are, you've got diarrhea or you've got, just, absolutely falling asleep, then don't go to the gym. Rest another day and see how you feel the next day. Or just zero your workout off and on to the next one. But, in my opinion, if it's just a little bit under the weather and you've got, somewhat sort of hay fever-like symptoms. I say it because I suffer with hay fever, so every kind of summer I suffer with, some headaches or some tiredness, this and the other, sneezing, coughing, throat, and I didn't even kind of think about it. So it's exactly the same as that, really. But if you are bedbound, feel fucking dreadful, then don't go to the gym. And if you go to the gym, not only are you more likely to infect other people, which is obviously not nice of you, you're more likely to run yourself down even further and make that kind of recovery process potentially longer. So yeah, that's kind of what I suggest. Obviously, when you're under the weather, just making sure you're getting enough hydration is kind of the key thing. Vitamin C, vitamin D, and so on. If you're pulling that trigger, then I don't know how much it's going to help. I'm not sure of the science behind that. But yeah, definitely good to keep hydrated at all times, but especially when you're under the weather. But yeah, that's all I suggest. Is and if you do go to the gym and you have got a cold, and you feel you're not sure where you should go, and you go anyway, and then you realise it's a really bad decision and you just feel fucking dreadful, then cut some of the workload out and do what you can, because if you're going to zero the workout off completely, is the alternative. You've gone to the gym and you've made that decision, but on the warm-ups you feel you're breathing real heavy and you feel fucking, you think, I'll just go home and sleep, then maybe just cut loads of the workout. Maybe think, I'm going to skip this today, and it's better, you've turned up, and it's better than zeroing the workout off completely. And I wouldn't advise going back in the next day and finishing the workout off. I'd just say, right, Tuesday's workout was right off due to illness. I managed to do somewhere between 35%, 50% of the targeted kind of protocol, and left it there and went home. So yeah, that's kind of what I suggest. It's just regulate it. You know, the beauty of it is you've got an auto-regulated program. Stick to the RPEs. Do not, you know, realise that the estimates could be wildly off if you're feeling under the weather, and be okay with that. Get clean work in and move on. And hopefully, if it's cold, it'll clear up very soon, and you'll move on. But yeah, that's kind of what I suggest. Anyway, I hope that helps, and hope you get over your cold soon.